Hey everyone, welcome to episode 215 of Sold with Updike Pugh.
I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and today we've got a great show, and I mean great. This house is a one-of-a-kind gem that is on Lawther that actually overlooks the lake, and you do not want to miss that.
And in our second segment, we're going to talk about creating generational wealth through real estate.
There's a lot packed into that second segment. A lot of really great information because people are always on the fence about, is it a good time, is it a bad time to buy? In 10 years from now, probably not going to be wondering about the same situation.
It's so funny. I never have anybody that says, oh my gosh, I wish I'd sold that house 10 years ago.
Ever.
It's
very interesting.
Yeah.
It is. Well, this was a very interesting weekend as well. Weather was up, weather was down. If you are not from Texas and you're thinking about moving here, our weather changes quite a bit. And we were in the mid-low 40s this weekend.
Low 40s.
70s later, cloudy, windy. It has been just about everything this weekend.
Today's been beautiful though.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. Low-key weekend on my end. Just hanging out with some friends, played some pickleball. You know, I love me some pickleball. So that's about all that I did. But you, on the other hand, I think you actually brought some receipts.
We had a fun weekend.
Did you?
We went to happy hour with a bunch of friends, but then we went Saturday night to Megan's birthday party. Y'all know Megan because she's been on the show before. Really great friend of ours. Sorry this picture is, the shot's so blurry because it was probably after a shot. This is Corey on the right that y'all also know. I think she's been on the show too, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, had a wonderful time. Rented a karaoke room. I've never done this before. Everybody gets a chance to sing. They've got 2 microphones. Here is Megan and I singing. So much fun. I wish you had video of this. It's just,
well, I guess you do.
Well, if it only had sound.
It was like a great time.
We had such fun doing this. We originally had started we'd booked the room from 7 to 10, and by 9:30 we were like, hey, can we have the room for another hour, please? So
that is awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
We have a friend, Jacques, who was actually stationed in Korea for 2 years, not in the military, but with his company. That sounds odd. And he swears by these things. He loves them. And you know, it's also interesting because, do you remember when Kung Fu Panda was in Uptown?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't say that right. Whatever it is.
Kung Fu Panda, yeah. No. Kung Fu Saloon, I'm sorry.
There it is. It wasn't Panda, that's what one of my, Zach's cracking up. One of my favorite pictures is a picture I took of Christina Dubry singing at some point, and Jessica Hill is also in it. And they are just killing it. And Christina changes her profile on Facebook and social media every year to that. And it just reminds me of karaoke. And so I get how endearing and fun that can be.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Y'all need memes to come out of some of those photos, I think. I need good, strong memes, you know, span the gamut. Well, let's jump into it and let's talk a little bit about what's happening in the market.
Really interesting market this week. We've seen, like our coming soons are down about 5%. They're down to 58. This is what's happened in the last 7 days in Dallas County. New active listings are down about 1%. There were still 352 listings that came into the market. And option period is that first status when the property goes under contract. And those were down about 4%, but there were still 337 that went under contract.
And so once we're out of that option period and we're continuing down the road to the closing table, we're in the pending status now. And that's down 1%, 172 versus 174 last week. And then also sold. Solds actually went up 11%, 330 versus 299 the previous week. Interest rates did have a little bump, a little nudge up, and they are at 6.6 right now for a 30-year conforming nationwide. One of the interesting little market indicators that we're taking and watching are that what happens when we get into 30 days of days on market. That's when things begin a little better, and we have finally reached that. One of the articles that I read said we are no longer in a savagely unhealthy market. Jeff absolutely hates that phrase.
Hate's a strong word. Yeah, it is. It is.
But anyway, things are turning around. We are seeing a lot more of the inventory beginning to slowly peek its head out. Still pretty good clip though.
One thing I'll point out from the Market Watch slide was that on this week solds were up 37%. Last week they were up 11% from the week before.
I know. Let's keep it going. So it'll be interesting to see what happens as everything continues to evolve. Again, this is one of those really unique years that you really have to kind of be on beat all the time to get ahead of it.
Yep.
So, all right, let's talk about this first house. This is 4033 West Lawther Drive, and it is a stunning house. And it is actually situated on this very unique peninsula in basically the heart of White Rock Lake.
It is, and it's on an acre and a half, or 1.49 acre to be exact. This is nestled next door to what is called Mount Vernon on the lake. That's a big 10-acre estate out there that I would love to go into. It's been on the market underground many times, but never been open where we got a chance to go through it. I would love to live next door to it, though.
I think many people would love to live next door to this house. This is a really great location. Again, you see right here, we've got Mockingbird that allow you to get east and west. 75 is probably, I would say, about 11 to 12 minutes, depending on traffic, and that will actually get you further north if you need to go into Plano and Frisco, and also drop you off in downtown Dallas if that's what you're looking for.
And this really does have great access to downtown. You can do side streets. You can come down the edge of the lake if you want to have a very beautiful drive. Might take you a few extra minutes to do that, but you can also zip over and go down Abrams. You can go down Skillman. You've got really, really wonderful access. One of the things that I would say I think is a premier point about living at this location is you walk out the front door, you walk about 100 yards, and you are on the White Rock Trail. It goes around the lake, 9.3 miles. Really a great distance.
If you like the Katy Trail, you're going to love this, and it is a truly spectacular trail that has a lot of different views. Lots of different climate as well. On that far north end, it does get quite windy.
One of the things I like about walking or biking around White Rock is that, you know, when you get about halfway around, there's no faster way home, so you might as well finish it.
There isn't. It is a long. Have you done the full?
Absolutely. Oh, I've done it 100 times probably.
I have not done it 100 times. I was like, oh, that's a lot. Now, one of the things over there that we want to point out, because it is in bloom, is the Dallas Arboretum, and this is a really magical time of year. This is actually one of the things, if my history is right, that really set this Arboretum of Dallas on the map. They have done such an amazing job. If you are a connoisseur of bright colors and lots of flowers, this is where you would go right now. The tulips are insane, and I do believe that there are more tulips planted here than in North America than in any other place aside from Denmark.
I would agree. It's a magical time of year to go to the Arboretum. The tulips do have a little bit of a short lifespan, but there is so many other plants to see out there this time of year.
And if you have kids, they have a really great kid zone. Check ahead. There may be, there are tickets. I don't know if they allow a certain number per day, and also not sure about the same for the kids park. So definitely take a look at this. It is definitely worth it. One of the things too that's really interesting, if you actually buy a membership, it comes with valet parking at other events, which is completely worth getting the membership.
I did not know that. That's a great idea. One of the other things that is very close to this is Tennyson Golf Course. And Tennyson Park is home to the first municipal golf course in the city of Dallas. It was donated by Mr. and Mrs. E.O. Tennyson back in 1924 and was immediately turned into two golf courses. One's called Tennyson Highlands, and the other, actually I'm getting that backwards, Tennyson Glen was first and then Tennyson Highland. And one of the events they have coming up is the St. Patty's Day two-person scramble.
Yeah, are you going to be playing that?
I'm just not a golfer.
I'm not a scrambler.
I wish I was a golfer.
I don't. I'm a pickler.
Okay.
You got that
like
down.
with the mason jars and you got the sanitize. Sorry.
Killing it all day long. Other than, let's talk about it. One more attraction is the Alamo Draft House, and this is a really great place. I think this is probably within 5 years old. It's a really great concept. If you're not familiar with it, go in, have dinner, have drinks. They have a bar there that you can enjoy before. I think this is one of maybe 2 or 3 locations that they have. Really great place. Again, and if you want to see Cocaine Bear, it's playing there now. Go, don't walk. That is definitely Oscar material if I ever did see it. So.
We're going to go see Ant-Man on Sunday afternoon, and our plans kind of changed, we didn't get to. But this one, at this location, there is a bar attached that's called Vetted Well. And it's not open the whole time the theater is. It doesn't open until later in the afternoon. But really great place to go hang out before a movie. Go into the movie about 30 minutes before it starts. Food comes right to your chair. It's a great concept.
It is. Very, very well executed. So, 4033 West Lawther Drive. This is an amazing gym that rarely comes up on the market here in Dallas. This is actually on the west side of White Rock Lake, and it is 1.49 acres on the peninsula.
And it's such a great lot. You see how stately this home sits. The gate at the front, remote controlled. You enter to either a motor court or drive through the porte-cochere into the back where you've got a 4-car garage.
Absolutely, and it is stunning from front to back. As we see in the next image, we're going to walk in this amazing front door with this great staircase.
And this home was built by SCH Homes in 2019. SCH Homes is one of the premier luxury builders. They not only build here locally, they also build globally.
Now, one of the things that we wanted to do is there are so many amazing photos that has been uploaded. We took some of the highlights we wanted to share with you, so we'll click on the links and you can see all 40-something of these photos. This is the dining room that is directly off of the front door, and as you can see, you have your own amazing view as well. One of the things I thought was really spectacular is the ceiling height, as you're going to notice throughout a lot of these other images that we look at.
And this is the downstairs office. You've got a phenomenal view of the lake. The room is so rich and so warm, lots of built-ins. This is one of 4 fireplaces throughout the rest of the home. And I think on this first level, you've got 12-foot ceilings.
Great job on the 12-foot ceilings, but I love the double seating area in this living room. And one of the things that they did was they created a continuity by using these wooden beams on the ceiling. It is such a great way to create that. As you see here, it's replicated in this dining kitchen.
And this is a double island kitchen, 8-burner gas cooktop. Really, a lot of prep space, a lot of space for entertaining. I think this is a wonderful home to bring friends, bring family. This is your secondary dining area. You've got a full bar there off to the left-hand side, and then the furniture you see is that secondary living area that we saw the back of in our one of the other photos.
And your second of 4 fireplaces. Now, this is the master, and what we really were drawn to on this master was that it actually has its own private balcony that has a view of the lake. And when you step back inside, they've really selected a beautiful blue that is very relaxing, but one of the things that really screams opulence and luxury is the height of the ceiling.
And this is one shot of the master bath. There are a lot of those in the link below, but we wanted to show you the view that you would have. I just can imagine sitting in this tub, looking out. You have a wonderful view to the south, and that is also White Rock Lake that you could see.
This is one we had to show you because who doesn't want a closet like this? Who knew you needed a chandelier in your closet? Glass doors, these are amazing. Detailing at the baseboards, in the door, lighting so that it's clear to see what you're going to choose to wear out as you step out.
And this is one of the upstairs bedrooms. So there's 4 bedrooms upstairs. Each one of those has an ensuite bath. 3 of those have double sinks in them.
That's a lot. And this is a really great picture that shows you the quality, but this is also one of the great bathrooms that they have. Jeff said double sinks, here they are. Again, click in the link, get a look at all the other bedrooms and all the other bathrooms. You will not be disappointed in these.
Plantation shutters throughout most of that second floor area. This is the game room, and who would not want, this game room is bigger than a 1-car garage.
And I think that we have a Formula F1 racer in training here because there are 2 modules right there. Those 2 seats actually connect to the TV, and it is the most amazing scenario there.
And this is the media room, which is absolutely incredible. Finished out with its own bar up there, a wine cooler, a cold drink chiller. I believe there's an ice maker up there, if I'm not mistaken.
Hands down, this is my number 2 media room in all of Dallas that I've ever seen. And when you get done watching your movies, if you need a quick workout, have a workout with a view off of the second floor. Bring your trainer in if you want to, Or, like them, you can have a tonal as well. Have them both. It doesn't matter. You have room, and you know how you can tell? You've got 2 ceiling fans in there. That's for scale.
Yes, and this is the outdoor living space that is also incredible. You've got room for outdoor seating, for dining. You have an outdoor living space. It all focuses around really cool fireplace. This area is also chilled and heated.
Plus 3 TVs. Now we had to take a look at this pool, and again I'm going to talk about scale, but those are double loungers on the side, and as you can see they barely get halfway down the pool, just to kind of put that into perspective. Great spa as well, and it all is just hugged by the way this indoor outdoor seating area and the rest of the house work.
And we wanted you to see what having 1.49 acres looks like when you're standing at the back of the lot looking toward the home, beyond that being White Rock Lake.
Yep. So the next one that we're going to take a look at is another outdoor seating area. And this one is a gas fireplace that actually overlooks the lake. There are so many amazing views in this house. None of them are disappointing, but this one is just really special because it is able to wind down, as you see here, and just finish your day with a beautiful view of the lake.
This is it's spectacular. So 4033 West Lawther Drive is a 5-bedroom, 6 full bath, 3 half bath, 4-car garage. The home was built in 2019. It's a little over 10,000 square feet, and it's priced at $11,995, which comes in about $1,195 a square foot.
It is amazing. If you would like to see more information about this house, please click on the link. It'll take you to all the pictures they didn't use. And if it's something that you'd like to see, let us know. But we'd also like to say thank you so much to the Perry Miller Streiff team for letting us feature this home.
And with that, we'll be right back. Did you know there are a lot of ways you can keep up with us? For starters, every Wednesday at noon, we host Sold with Updike Pew, live from our Facebook and YouTube channels. Our show is dedicated to featuring some of the best homes in the Dallas market and about sharing timely information about market trends. But don't worry if you missed the show, because you can always listen to them on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Spotify.
Still want more? Follow us on Instagram, where you get a first-hand look at what it's like to be a realtor. It's not always previewing homes for clients or getting them ready to go live in MLS. Lastly, visit our website and you'll be able to create a custom home search tailored specifically to your wants and needs that's timely and accurate. Whether it's square foot, location, or the neighborhood, we have you covered.
If you'd like to know how much your home is worth, we can help with that too. Just visit homeprice.fyi, enter a few pieces of information like your home address, and we'll email you a price. When you're ready to talk real estate, you can reach us online, by phone, or by text at 214-377-2223.
And remember, we want to be realtors for life.
Hi everybody, welcome to the second segment, episode 215 of Sold with Updike Pew. I'm Jeff Updike.
I'm Weston Pugh, and today we thought it would be really important, as everyone is getting ready for this spring market, to talk about creating generational wealth with real estate.
Really great topic. I've never in my 30-year career heard somebody say, gosh, I wish I'd sold that house 10 years ago.
I know. You know what else I've never heard?
What?
I've never heard a tenant say at the end of their lease, oh, I'm so glad that I'm going to get money back after I sell my apartment.
There are really 5 important components to creating generational wealth with real estate. Number 1 is appreciation. If you look at the Dallas-Fort Worth marketplace, we've had a 4 to 5% appreciation over the last 30 years, and that is keeping up more than the cost of living. Even in the downturn of the market from 2008 to 2011, our housing prices lost an average of 12%, where many markets in the country lost up to 25%. 2 years later, every dollar of that had been recovered.
Isn't that amazing? And it is a testament to real estate and how strong that can be. One of the other things we want to talk about is what rental income looks like. So one of the things that is rental income is amazing is because as inflation goes up, so does rental income. It is one of the indicators. But what doesn't go up is your mortgage. Your mortgage is based off of a fixed interest rate. Taxes will be the indicator, and insurance that will actually make a change to that. But overall, you will see the value continue to increase, as does your rental income, which will give you a net that will actually increase with that over time.
Number 3 is the tax benefits of owning a piece of property. A piece of property is treated much like a business is, and so at the end of the year, you're able to deduct all of your expenses against whatever income you have. In really the perfect world, you have this property maybe on a 15-year note if you have to borrow money to buy it, and then your rent income covers at least 10 months of what that cost is.
It is amazing. And there have been some guidelines that have relaxed having rental properties, which is really great, as it is included in your income, which is a different in the way they're calculated that before. One of the other things too is inflation hedge. Inflation hedge is really similar to what we talked about earlier about rental income. But again, as inflation goes up, so do rents. And so this is a really great way to, in an inflationary time, stay ahead of things. Whereas everything is contracting, your rent is one of those elements that continues to go up and hedge your mortgage.
And the last is equity building. Equity building is the amount of money that you are retaining in ownership in the property. And if you had a mortgage on it when you bought the property, that equity continues to grow as your mortgage balance goes down. But kind of circling back to that appreciation we talked about a second ago, that also adds to what that equity is. So I think I'm correct on this stat, but the average personal wealth of someone that owns real estate is 73% higher than someone who does not own real estate.
I would agree. I've heard it start with a 7, so I don't know if it's a 7.0 or 7.3, but I have definitely heard that. So it is a really great way to step into it. I think one of the most interesting thing was that your brother found stock where he'd invested $2,000 20 years ago, and then it found out 20 years later it was worth $8,000. Was it 8,000?
I think
like 30?
No, I think it was 8,000.
It wasn't very much.
Yeah.
And you and I both looked at each other and thought, if you would have taken that money and invested in a house as your 3% down payment, there would have been way more than $8,000, $3,000.
So we hope you found this helpful. If there is ever a time to buy real estate, it is today before prices continue to go up and while interest rates are still reasonably low. If there are any other topics you'd like for us to talk about, let us know. We'll be happy to make that happen.
And just remember, we want to be realtors for life.
When you're ready to talk real estate, you can reach us online, by phone, or by text at 214-377-2223.